Okay, just state your name for me.
Richard Gregory.
And how old are you, Richard?
I'm 45.
Where are you from?
Well, I've been in Llanelli the past 8 years.
Where were you from originally?
Pembroke Dock.
Are you technically homeless?
Yes.
How long have you been homeless?
Well, this time in the past 5 weeks or more.
And is there a specific reason? I know the law and all the bureaucracy says if you've intentionally made yourself homeless, then you're not a priority. The laws have changed a little bit. Are you looking for a home?
Yeah, I need to be somewhere. I need a home. I want to work. I want to get on in life.
What steps have you taken? Are you seeking the help from the social services, from the council?
There's no help.
There isn't?
No. If I'm not pregnant or I don't fit the criteria that is rapidly reducing, then there's no chance at all. Even when you go on to like things like employment support allowance, you go for these medicals and they ask you questions that are totally irrelevant to why you're on ESA. Like, you know, like, can I lift? Can I move my arms? Can I move my legs?
Yeah.
Yes, I can. But can you put me in a queue and can I stand there for 20 minutes without becoming irate? No, I can't. You know, because of my drug problems I've had and things like that, which cause my anxiety or things like that. Yeah. You know?
The picture I'm getting from speaking to people this evening is one that there's...
I'm in a position like, where I need a help. I need someone like an allocated worker to help me to communicate with some of the letting agencies that ask questions like, I've got to go into the hub, which is a public gallery, and I'm expected by the hub then to phone the housing team, who expect me to phone around for housing myself, despite my problems that I'm experiencing, and then to engage with those people, and that alone is enough. Just being asked personal questions in a public gallery is enough to make it go the wrong way in the conversation, and I can't get anywhere.
It sounds like you're saying then really that what's needed is like an advocacy service for people like yourself to do that and to help you along.
Yeah, a bit more help, You go into the hub was helpful to begin with, but they're starting to be like the job centre where you go in there and anything you ask for is use the phone.
Right.
Use the phone.
Okay.
So then, hold on a minute. Why don't we just have, close the job centre, sack all the people, and just have phones. The job search machines on the outside of the building, right? And just a load of phones across the front of the building. And instead of paying those people's wages, because they're not really doing anything in the job centre, and then the same in the flipping hub, they don't want to help you.
Would you say that they're being judgmental about people like yourself coming in? Do you think that's because they've not been in that position themselves? Like,
for one thing, which I experience a lot, because my thing is like more involved in smoking. Yeah. Which can make my chest sound a bit more acoustic than most other people's. Sometimes it sounds like my voice is flaring up. Yeah. And that gets misread then, and people think I'm getting angry or irate, and I'm not. I'm perfectly calm, but it's like trying to get something out.
Project yourself.
Trying to get my words out.
Yeah.
And sometimes I can like similar it to like when my dad had cancer and he's in the hospital and he had this oxygen thing on, he was trying to talk. And the more he was trying to talk, the more wound up he was, because no one could understand what he said with the mask on, and it was like that, trying to talk to them, you know. You know, it gets like, you know, you build up that kind of thing.
The statistics we've been told by the council is that there are 0 people homeless in Llanelli. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, there are quite a lot of homeless people in Llanelli.
Yeah. You think there's a lot more?
Statistics are all inaccurate.
Yeah. What's the future hold for you if you don't find somewhere now? I mean, the winter's coming in, obviously. The main issue is it's very cold.
The long and the short answer, right? Do you want the long answer or the short answer?
I'll take whatever you want.
The short answer, mate. Could be dead, can I? You know?
Yeah.
Does anyone care? No. Everyone's got their little thing they do at 5 o'clock when they go home. Yeah. All custody. They fit the criteria, tick all the boxes, right? Do enough to get by. Anything difficult, they pass on to someone else.
Yeah.
Anything you ask them, they tell you to use the phone. So like they take their day by, and you know, and nobody seems to have any incentive to like want to help someone.
Somewhere like the soup kitchen, though, with Gary here. I mean,
it's only once a week.
I know it's once a week, but
do you know something? I was sick. I come in. I ate some food and all that, and because there's nothing all week, I was sick. My stomach couldn't hold anymore. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's hard, and it's not good for you eating in that way.
Yeah.
You know, like that's why we're meant to eat regular meals at set time. You know, every 3 to 4 hours, something eating something. You know, and that's why we're meant to do these things.
What kind of conditions are you living in? Where are you staying?
Nowhere. I don't have anywhere. I just got to walk around at night.
Right.
You know, the only place I can keep dry is in the train station.
Right. Do you tend to get moved on a lot by people?
No, I just get walked over, trampled on.
Over you, yeah.
No, it's not too bad. Like, but it's just you can't sleep.
Yeah.
And it wires you up, like,
you
know. And that's another thing. Then, you know, when you're trying to come into town and sort things out, nobody's paid the blindest bit of interest to the fact that you might have had 3 nights where you haven't slept and you've been walking around in the freezing cold. You know, with no food.
Do you think we need an emergency shelter in Llanelli?
Well, we've got Choose Life, right? But the fact that they get paid for 23 rooms, just whether they're filled or not, makes them not care whether they're filled, and makes them like pick and choose who they want and how they want to help people, and their discretion isn't like at all helpful.
So have you been to them?
Yeah, I got kicked out from there. They put me in a house where they've got 23 rooms. You can imagine however many houses that divides by. There's at least 4 or 5 houses, isn't it? Right? Now, I've got like a smoking drug sort of background, yeah? So they put me next door to a guy who's flat out on injecting amphetamine. Right? And he's like a flipping World War II pilot, mate, you know? Do you know what I mean? He's ready for the next mission, like every 5 seconds, like he's like, he's ready to flipping gun down the flipping dam, like. Do you know what I mean?
It's not helpful putting you all in the same boat, in effect.
And then in the other 2 rooms, they got drinkers who drink red wine. Now, can you imagine what's going through their head when he's up all night? Opening all the windows, opening all the doors, it's blowing like if you're stood in platform 2 in the train station, right? I'm in my bed, fully clothed, with my quilt wrapped round me, and it's like blowing a hoolie. You know, so I get up, close the windows, and then I get thrown round by the guy. Thrown round, almost put through a window upstairs, and then thrown over the stairs, through a door downstairs. But Choose Life actually turned it round and kicked me out because I had an angry, aggressive attitude when I went down the centre. This was all like 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning, like. They don't open the centre till 10, you know. But because I had an angry, aggressive attitude about the way I'd been woken up, you know, unfortunately I got kicked out of the centre. And then later on in the week then, they threw all my clothes out before dinner from where they were put out into the public area, and I had to go through to where they were anyway to have food. They decided to throw them all out by the pool table just before dinner, and because I made a fuss about it, they banned me from the centre then as well, so I can't go there for coffee or any help at all now, which they know that will have a detrimental effect to my health and well-being, especially at this time of year.
Where do you get your finances from now?
I haven't got anything. I haven't had money.
Nothing.
It goes too quick, mate. It goes far too quick. There's no way that I can eat for the 2 weeks and get by. I can't. There's no way. There isn't. There's no way. I've tried every way. I've tried buying like little bits of takeout here and there, and I can't afford enough. I tried buying food and I've got nowhere to put it and it won't last. So I'm stuck, you know, and I'm in a deepening hole kind of thing, you know. It's not funny, like.
Very bleak.
Yeah, but it's not oblique. You know, this is where I'm at. It might be bleak, but it's not oblique. You know, and I'm not oblique, and I won't be oblique. I've got a voice and I've got a heart, and I help people, you know, and I can't see why people in a better position can't have that heart to help others.
Yeah.
You know, just one act of kindness will pass on, and you know, people just want to send out bad vibes and bad thoughts and bad opinions and bad negativity. That passes. Right? Well, hold on. Positivity, you know, acts of kindness, good words, kind thoughts, and words of encouragement. They also spread the same way. Yeah. Why can't people use all them as well, eh?
Well, I haven't got any answers. All I can say is I wish you well, and we've given you a voice, hopefully.
Thank you.
Thank you.